random screeching because of somebody in the house doesn't want to listen to anyone ever. Uh, Anyways, I guess we'll get into the meat and potatoes for you, old man. Just because. Um, you know, and let's see if I can get this to pull up like it's supposed to. I did. All right. All right. My apologies if this doesn't do very well, but you know what? That's life. All right, we're gonna turn on closed caption because good heavens. Uh, well, for there, here we go. We're gonna go for their main teaser for Rings of Power. Mind you, this is the latest trailer they got, and well, here we go.
There was a time when the world was so young. There had not yet been a sunrise. But even then, there was light.
Before we go much further, is audio coming in okay on your end, old man? Because I'm getting a little bit of hiccup on my end. Just making sure everything's working fine on yours. If you're there. Anyways, I guess we'll get back into it and hope it is working out. Okay.
Call to me, lands far away.
Elves have forests to protect. Dwarfs their mines. Men their fields of grain. But we Harfoots have each other.
For I must now wander this wandering day.
We're safe.
You have fought long enough, Galadriel. Put up your sword.
The enemy is still out there. The question now is where?
It is over.
You have not seen what I've seen.
I have seen my share.
You have not seen what I have seen.
Darkness will march over the face of the earth. It will be the end, not just of our people, but all peoples.
I am sorry, but their time has come.
The past is with us all. The past is dead. We either move forward or we die with it.
This could be the beginning of a new era.
I must wander this wandering day.
Okay. Now, let's see if I can get back to the image of it. All right. This, from best anybody can tell, is images from what was the War of Wrath. Okay. Now, the problem with Galadriel's whole line, she wasn't there. but Elrond was. And it's the other thing that's getting me is the forced accents. I mean, they're really pushing them hard. It doesn't feel relaxed. The line delivery feels uncomfortable. Yeah, it's the best trailer that they've released so far, but the line delivery, it doesn't feel natural. They and don't get me started on the Irish accent. That was, but I mean, it looks good as far as the trailer goes. But there's some things that just don't make sense. But they're going to take liberties where they want to. That's Amazon. Nothing anybody can do about it except for hope that it turns out entertaining. But who knows? But I want you to watch here at the end. I'm going to mute the music because I want you to watch the third one of these Harfoot that you see walking off to the right hand side. I want you to watch how they walk. Okay? It's kind of messed up. It's like they weren't used to their prosthetics. Watch this one right here. Look at that. Excuse me. I know I shouldn't laugh at it, but I feel sorry for the person in those prosthetics. It's like they didn't give them any time to get used to it or anything. Those feet are flying everywhere. Like I said before, it looks like whenever a toddler finds daddy's shoes and decides to try to walk in them. Okay, that and tries to walk downhill. That's what that looked like to me. Okay, it's sort of like whenever one of my little cousins would try on my shoes or something. My big old size 16s, and you see them flopping through the kitchen. Yeah, I'm. Others are going after it, and yeah, I understand their reasons for going after it. There's a lot that it goes away from. They're really screwing with lore and canon, and I understand people being upset about that. But you know, as far as it goes, that's the best trailer that we've seen so far. But does this feel like something that basically $1 billion was spent on for the and this is all the footage we got from it so far? Does this feel like money well spent right now? I mean, I really hope it works out, but apparently if you go on to, I better not to do it myself, but if you go into the comments and on YouTube for it, wow, they are merciless. But yeah, it doesn't feel like it. It just doesn't feel like anything to do with Lord of the Rings. But before you go, because I know you don't have long, there's a couple stories I want to go over. Oh yeah, I'm not going to judge it by the trailers. And I do hope it's well made. I do want it to be good. That'd be really... Oh yes. Yeah, thank heavens for that. I mean, Nothing against the kid they have in there, but come on. I mean, yeah, we already seen images of a young Isildur, stuff like that, and that's fine, but I want it to be good, you know. I'm not going to prejudge this based on it. I'm going to just take it as, all right, well, this is what the best we can get. Unfortunately, that's a bad way to put things. But, you know, they could always surprise us. There's been a lot of things out there that have just looked god awful that turned out good. So I'm not going to. And a lot of things that look good that turned out to be god awful. Yeah. But we're going to leave those alone too. But we're going to get into something a little bit more amusing. And I hope you get a laugh out of this as much as I did. Now, Louder with Crowder has it on their website and everything. It's actress accuses Arnold Schwarzenegger of deliberately farting in her face. I haven't forgiven him. I bumped into this article. This was written by Brodigan on the 19th, but I bumped into this article whenever I was waiting, and I figured, you know what, I got to throw this in there. Former co-star of The Governor is accusing the actor of deliberately farting in her face. She made it a point to say deliberately to delineate from all the times the Governor may have accidentally farted in someone's face, or all the times someone accidentally farted in the actress's face. This boof was an intentional act of malice. Miriam, I can't pronounce the last name. Miriam, she was in End of Days with the Governor back in '99. If the worst you suffer is a fart from the Governor and not shame from that movie, there's something wrong with you. Nice action. Story was crap. She tells something called the I've Got News for You podcast that Arnold was quite rude the entire time. To illustrate how nasty the actor was, Miriam shared a story of when Arnold made her eat one of his air biscuits. In the day, he's told the story, we'll skip that part. He was killing me, so he had me in a position where I couldn't escape and lying on the floor, and he just farted. Oh, God. The worst indignity is that the alleged butt trumpet didn't even go off while they were shooting a scene. It was during one of the pauses, so she didn't even get a copy of her receiving a face full of the Terminator's trouser cough for posterity. My God, how you pronounce it? It's just this was done deliberately and has never forgiven Arnold for it. After all, she farts, but she doesn't fart in people's faces. But what can you say? There's 2 movies with Danny DeVito, and all truth goes out the window. The former governor of California was not asked to respond to the allegations. If he did respond, it would be something between what's the Miriam goes and pull my finger. Then he'd get up and run around crop dusting everyone around the dining room table. It's why son-in-law Chris Pratt loves coming over for Taco Tuesday. Pratt loves himself some flatulence humor. To recap, an actress has accused Arnold Schwarzenegger of blowing in her face in an intentional and disrespectful way. Film at 11. I'm sorry, man. I saw the article and I had to go for it. We need laughs in this one. It's just so wrong. All right, now we're gonna get to something obscenely stupid. It's sexual news. That's the worst part. This is on Post Millennial. Just because they had the better article on, that's why I chose them. Others have articles on it, but you go where the best written one is. Who wrote this one? Christina, but okay. Gender activists seek to prevent identifying human remains as male and female. While a bioarchaeologist might identify a set of remains as probably female, it is understood that the gender of an individual is never necessarily the same as their sex. You're digging up 2,000-year-old skeletons, and you're wondering how your modern ideology can go into it. But okay. That's just literally the tweet from the person. That hurts. And my trans plus binary friends, you might know the argument that the archaeologist who finds your bones one day will assign you the same gender as you had at birth. So you do realize by the time an archaeologist comes to dig up, you've been dead, gone, dust for. I can't even finish the tweet. I mean, I have to. So regardless of whether you transition, you can't escape your assigned, which it isn't assigned, you're born as it, sex. Let me tell you why that's bullshit. Look, you're the ones that... Look, the same people have been telling us that sex and gender are separate. Even says it on here. But you're saying that they're just figuring out whether the bones are from somebody who's biologically male or biologically female. That's why they're listed as male and female. They don't care about what flavor of the month, gender of the day you choose to be. They're purely going off of skeletal structure. That's it. They don't care. Activists attempting to tear down the so-called gender binary are now coming for archaeology, the scientific study of human history and prehistory through the analysis of artifacts and remains. An essential practice in archaeology is to determine the sex of human remains through measurements of a skeleton's pelvis, skull, and other sexually dimorphic traits. This is important for understanding many cultures and functional ways societies structure themselves according to gendered roles. Activists now want to disrupt this essential classification process, arguing that since we don't know how these skeletons may have self-identified in life, you know what they identify now as? Dead. That's all that fucking matters. Sorry, stream. Sorry, YouTube. That's what they identify as. Dead. Been dead. Dead long time. I'm sorry. You go to Pompeii. You find one of the skeletons stuck in the ash, preserved in there. What is it identifying as? Oh yeah, extra crispy dead. Good heavens. I mean, good God, these people would have went ape shit whenever you had Robin Williams actually borrowed the joke from Patch Adams himself on the whenever he was doing the movie, talking with the skeleton, talking about that he's got a boner. He's all boner. What the hell? And it was born hundreds and may have identified as something other than their... No, the skeletons are not identifying as anything else. The meat, brains, heart, everything gone. All that's left is a skeleton, and you're just going on what was the sex of the skeleton. No one gives a shit about the other part, unless you find stuff next to it that says, all right, well, this person lived like this person lived like this. That's all. No one cares. You lost the plot. How does this person have anything to do with archaeology? Is this what taxpayer money goes to? Over time, biological anthropologists and archaeologists worked hard to determine which traits are determined by sex regardless of time and culture. Weiss told the College Fix this new policy of erasing the progress is a step back for science and women. Well, let's see. Are you the same person that did this? No, thankfully, you're somebody that actually thinks. Oh, let's see. What? No. Alright, original reporting College Fix up. Professor of Archaeology Elizabeth Weiss for comments. Sexting skeletal remains is a critical skill in forensics, and any diminishing of this skill will negatively impact criminal investigations, denying the victims and their families justice, she said. Weiss attributes the recent explosion in the number of people identifying as transgender to being a social and not biological trend, and says that retroactively desexing obscures the obvious fact. As punishment for her views, Weiss was reportedly barred from her school's human remains collection and is now suing to reclaim access. The lawsuit was filed after she opposed the reparations of whatever of remains. For God's sakes. You know, you can't do that. We can't. You know what happens if you got a person that was missing in the area that you got dig up a cold case, find out that hey, this person a clue. This person may have disappeared in this area. You find some remains. Well, it kind of helps to tell, well, is it a woman that went missing or a man that went missing? If it's a woman that went missing and we got the skeleton, it kind of helps to figure out, well, is it male or a female skeleton? No, you might misgender it. Yeah. The sad part is, as much as I wish we could say that people didn't do this, oh, ha 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 ha. You're going like this. I just saw this. Why not click it? Dictionary definition of female now includes males who identify as opposite sex. It's time to leave Earth. Merriam-Webster. For God's sake, it's Merriam-Webster. No! Why? Let's see what Webster now says. Definition of female, entry 1 of 2. A1. Of relating to or being the sex that typically has the capacity to bear young or produce eggs. In a field of milkweed, I watched a female monarch butterfly deposit a single egg on the underside of a leaf. Wow, that's how you're going to choose to use this one? Okay. A few months later, she became the highest paid female performer on the Great White Way. Okay. Botany, having or producing only pistils or pistillate flowers. A female holy. Female inflorescent. It's flower. It's a fucking flower. Sorry. Brain hurts. Having a gender identity that is the opposite of male. Okay. Made up of usually adult members of the female sex, consisting of females, the female workforce. Characteristic of girls, women, or the female sex, exhibiting femaleness? What the hell's femaleness? Okay, I'm gonna leave that alone. Badly. Designed for or typically used by girls or women, engaged in or exercised by girls or women. Having a quality such as small size or delicacy of sound, sometimes associated with the female sex. Of a rhyme having unstressed final syllable feminine, with designed with a hollow or groove into which a corresponding male part fits. Okay. I just get this horrible thing. They're now talking about the female coupling of hose. Okay, these people are now going to go after regular wires and garden hoses now. We're going to see a push to end that. Well, we don't know how your garden hose identifies. It could be one way or the other, or it could be nothing at all. I'm going to burn in hell for laughing at this, but I don't care. Okay, now let's go for male. Of relating to or being the sex that typically has the capacity to produce relatively small, usually motile gamete which fertilize the eggs of a female, having or producing only stamens. It's the flower that has it's the male flower. Having a gender identity that is the opposite of female, made up of usually adult members of the male sex, consisting of males. Characteristic of boys, men, or the male sex. I guess make male and female USB ports. Are they? Yeah, they're the next victims. Well, you remember what happened to, and I'm going to say the shocking thing. You remember whenever you used to have your main hard drive, and then you had the slave drive on your computer, which was the backup one that basically they decided, oh, that's offensive. It wasn't even spelled the same. I forget how they spelled it, but it wasn't even spelled the same. There was actually a term for it that it just came out that way. But yeah, you remember they went ape shit over that. So it had nothing to do with anything other than it was a second hard drive that was basically used as a backup for the main. Yeah. Designed with projecting part for fitting into corresponding female part. a male host coupling. See, like I said, they're going to go after those. I guarantee it. They are going to crap all over those. It's coming. These people have lost the plot. They're going to really, really do things the hard way. Now before I'll make this, because YouTube's probably going to make this my very last stream because I've been laughing at the wrong things. But I'm sorry, I'm old, and fuck it. Alright, let's see. Hey. Is it this one? Forgive me if the audio kicks in. Oh, thank God it did. There's actually something that flew under the radar for me. It showed up a month ago. I found it recently only because of the mighty jingles. So please look him up. He's very entertaining to watch. Much better YouTuber than I'll ever be. But here we go. Especially considering I can't get this to switch back over to what I want. Sorry, stream, I'm crap. Here we go. Alright, let's move this out of the way. We'll press this. Or not. I press the button and it doesn't do it.
Sergeant Leo Alvarez of the CM Leth Recon Squad. Our mission was to enter the Tantalus base, locate the ComSat relay, and bring it back online. We found the relay, but there was a problem.
Get that door closed now, Private. Close that gate. Nothing gets in here. Ray didn't make it.
At least it's in one piece.
Willis, take the lead.
Oh, this ain't good.
What we found was a new kind of evil. And it found us first.
What the?
This wasn't human.
Retreat! Retreat! Willis! Open fire! Go! 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 Alvarez! Through that door! Hold that door, Sergeant! Son of a...
I don't know what I saw in there. But I know when I close my eyes,
Me too.
I still see it.
I hope it turns out good.
Now everyone's dead. And someone needs to know.
The gameplay is kind of Diablo style, which I don't mind that. That could be fun, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But Poodoo, that didn't kick over like I wanted. Thank you. Oh, and the other one before I shut down the short stream. Pull it up real quick so you could see it. There is another. There is another alien game that I can't seem to. That I saw just a tiny bit of. It's a first-person survival horror. It's they were showing things with VR footage on it, so here we go. This is what I wanted to find. Now this is from a month ago as well, so of course it is, because I'm crap and don't keep on top of things like I should. But this is something that I know you probably are waiting for, as I am. And here we go.
Was that a Xeno?
The corpse was definitely a xenomorph. Slain in combat.
My God. Are those engineers? What killed them? And how?
Yeah, I figured you'd want to see that. I was rather not quick on the draw, and I've been wondering about stuff like it, but when it was coming, but as I kept talking about new content was coming, as much as we played the regular one, the as it is, it'll be nice to see that. See if I can find this other one real quick. Well, they didn't say they were going to give up on it. They've just been a little slow. It takes a while. No, let's go for. Let's see if this is the right one. I'm sorry. That's not the article I want. Alright. I really had any news on this one, other than a minor description, but we can go over that real quick. This is on Screen Rant, so I don't really use Screen Rant, but it's the only one that had anything on it. But it just talks about that you have 20th Century Games has announced the new single-player title based on the Aliens franchise is in the works from Survios, the developer behind VR experience The Walking Dead Onslaught. The Alien series is experiencing a resurgence in game medium after a brief drought. The squad base here, Fireteam Elite, and Dark Descent being announced. Of course, they brought up before that you had Isolation. And it's just still got to stream that. I'm sorry. 20th Century Games and Survivors are teaming up to Survivors. Sorry, I'm no good with names. Are teaming up to develop a new single-player Alien game with an action horror focus. The game's official title hasn't been announced, but the company has shown off an image of several xenomorphs eerily emerging from a cloud of smoke. The game itself will feature a whole new story set between Alien and Aliens, and will focus on a battle-hardened veteran who has a vendetta against the xenomorphs. The company has also revealed that its new Aliens title is being developed on Unreal Engine 5 and will release on PC, consoles, and VR devices. Well, that's good. Hope it'll hit Game Pass. Yay. Company hasn't given much to go off of with the announcement, but Game Informer's report on the reveal states that more info on the new Aliens video game will be revealed on July 21st at San Diego Comic-Con during the Alien Expanding a Dark and Frightening Universe panel. Ooh. Hey, so we don't have to wait long until we get new info on. And yes, I'm definitely still going back to the pathogen. I am really glad that we're finally getting at least a new campaign thrown in. It's a slow trickle, but I'll take what I can get because I really enjoy Fireteam Elite. Other than the struggle snugglers, the red aliens that like to find me every time. It's always me. You know what? Let's see if I can pull up their website. So yeah, that's the only real image that we get. So anyways, well, let's see if there was anything else I wanted to go over, or if I should just cut it off now. Honestly, I didn't think I could do a video that did it justice, but a live stream, I figured maybe. Oh, there is one thing I want to go over that is Star Wars related, but not Disney related. And no, it's not. There is an article on on Slave Leia being censored from Return of the Jedi theatrical poster on new licensed Star Wars shirt. Yeah, they just don't want to show Carrie Fisher in the metal bikini. Okay, don't care to do that article. Whatever. Not something I buy anyways. I'd rather have an original poster, which I found one of those. And it just sucks that I'm broke. Otherwise, I would have got it. Because it was an original poster from '83, not a reprint. I also found one from '77 of the original. Empire Strikes Back, on the other hand, good luck. That was the best of the three. Hell, that was the best of any of them. All right, this one actually hits me. It means something to me, even though it doesn't to a lot of people, but it does to me because I spent a lot of time. And that's this. This one from 19. Oh yeah, you got Ryan Pearson. Star Wars: The Old Republic's creative director leaves BioWare after 16 years. Kind of sad to see go. The creative director for Star Wars: The Old Republic, Charles Boyd, will be leaving the game after being an integral member of BioWare's development team for 16 years. In a July game update blog post, the statement opened explaining Game Update 7.1 content launching August 2nd. This upcoming content will include new daily mission arcs on Planet Manon, new operations for 8-player teams, improvements to weapons under the Outfitter system, key revelations about Darth Malgus and the Sith Lord who Relic says he has been pursuing, and more. I know. It is a hell of a career. However, the statement also revealed that creative director Charles Boyd would be leaving the 11-year-old title. Star Wars: The Old Republic is known for its years of storytelling and capturing players' hearts for over a decade. Yes, the story is really what it is. Right, get you. If you're able to focus on the each class has its own story to go with its own campaign and everything, its own story. And honestly, the operative probably has the absolute best story. To go over. I mean, it's really everything's well written, well voiced. They did awesome work when they came out with it, and I still turn it on occasionally. I keep it updated on my computer while I can still run it. Poor old thing. Let's see. I don't really want to. I'm going to suggest most people go to Bounty into Comics to read this, anyways. But I'm going to see if they have the. Please scroll to it. His actual statement. You got where he says, "Big news! I'm leaving BioWare on August 5th. We'll be chatting more about it in coming weeks, of course. But until then, here's an update with all the awesome folks on the team who will be leading Star Wars: The Old Republic into the future." Now, I know it does. I know it's probably not something that matters to you, but it does to a few of us. That was I thoroughly enjoyed the Old Republic, and it's sad to see it gotta go. But 16 years, I understand wanting to leave. You've been doing it 11 years alone on the Old Republic. Actually more than that, because you helped develop it before it came out. let's see. I think that's about it, unless you have any suggestions. Because, you know, I mean, I could go over Sylvester Stallone reiterates desire to get back at least a little of what's left of my rights to Rocky. This is a painful subject that eats at my soul. Yeah, I forgot about that. Only played a little bit. You know, yeah. At least it's free to play, and you really, honestly, you can go through the whole thing on just free to play. It's sort of like every once in a while, if you pay $15, you get every bit of DLC content, every bit of it, all the expansions and stuff. You pay the $15, bam, you get all the expansions. Even when you let it run out, you still have the expansions, which is nice. So it actually, so occasionally paying the $15 to get the subscription is worth it. You know, it's fun. It's changed a lot since you last played it. Some things make more sense, some things make less sense. But, you know, it's the way things go. But, let's see. No, I'm not going to go over any news on Rings of Power other than the trailer I did earlier. Because, quite frankly, I don't want to taint the thought. I mean, I already have my instincts of it, but screw my instincts. I'm going to try to enjoy it. Oh, here we go. Just because this is what the world needs. And one last laugh. Still unbounding in the comics. This is Brian Pearson wrote this one. The Sims 4 to add sexual orientation in pre-future updates. We are committed to continuing to improve our representation of the alphabet community. Sorry, but I get tongue-tied. Probably poor choice of words whenever you get that. EA has announced the Sims 4 players will soon be able to adapt their Sims sexuality, coming a few months after pronouns were added in an update with update that was both announced and added in May of this year. Honest to God, has anybody ever listened to a Sim talk? Not one bit in English. This really. As detailed in their sexual orientation in the Sims 4 news post, the future update will include ways to alter your Sims sexual orientation and more. The update design lead, Jessica Croft, aka Sim Guru Jessica, elaborated further. Can I have it identify as an attack helicopter and have Apache wings with things of hellfire missiles and canisters of napalm? No. Who the hell cares? I mean, seriously. Who is this for? Do you think you're going to do you think you're going to get any more people to play The Sims? Particularly Sims 4, because you're adding this than you already had? After the years it's been out, do you think you're really going to get more by adding content like that instead of saying, you know what? How about we make things that people are actually asking for as improvements for the game to make it more fun, more things to do in it. But no, you have to sit there and have your you have to have everything representation. Well, where's my attack helicopter? I want my sentient Apache floating around on there, having kids and doing and writing novels. I want the Apache attack helicopter writing novels by duct taping pencils to the end of its rotor. So we're doomed. We're so doomed. Oh, and something. No. I'm not going to read the article. If you want to, go ahead and read this one. If you want something to say ugh about, try this on for size. Oh yes, because it works so well with Cowboy Bebop. For every Stranger Things you get Cowboy Bebop that is just an absolute dumpster fire of a live action show you could do. That's okay. The Stranger Things showrunners are supposed to be doing a live action Death Note, which I don't really know anything about it. I may look into it, but considering what it comes from and they're trying to make it live action, it never goes well. I mean, this is their images this is the image they decided to release for it. Really? Oh God! What is? Did they get a K-pop star for this? Ugh. Well, what? Oh no. Alright, we're just going to go over the images they have, but God in heaven, what has happened? Really? You picked that one? Oh, God. They even did a live action Full Metal Alchemist. I forgot about that one. At least I didn't watch it. Yeah, they found a... Oh. If this doesn't scream immediate failure, nothing does. Okay? I mean, this is going to be I know it. I know I really shouldn't prejudge it, but just the first image alone says this is going to be a dumpster fire of biblical proportions. Okay? You're doomed. But I can smell the burnt career from here. Oh God. Oh, that's giving it too much credit, man. That is giving it way, way too much credit, saying it's going to be horrendous. I'd almost watch the thing for the laughs. just to watch this thing burst into flames. Their careers are going to look like the scene from Terminator 2 whenever Linda Hamilton sees the explosion. You got the fire wave of death that just it's what happens to their career. They're spending money on that, but they couldn't spend a few extra bucks to get CG work on Resident Evil. They had better CG work on Sharknado. Boy. But yeah, that's fine. That's fine. You know, I needed to end the stream on a laugh, and that's a good enough thing to laugh about. I mean, I suggest anybody wants to go to Bounding in the Comics, read the article. I just wanted to glimpse the images. I may read the article later, but oh dear Lord. But anyways, well, I guess I better call it. I do. Thank you for staying with me this long, old man. I know it's longer than you probably intended. But thank you for staying this long. If anybody else watches this, thank you. Please consider leaving a like. I could really use that. At least it'll give me a slight percentage chance of getting recommended for this stream to be watched by somebody else one day. But yeah, I better call at it. But you know, one of these days we're gonna have to get you in a stream again, old man. We're just gonna have to find something we both watched and go over it. I would recommend not doing Resident Evil. That's for damn sure. As far as, because we're going to have wildly different views on that one. Even though, sadly, there are parts I can enjoy it. There are things I can find to enjoy in it. I just don't think that I can adequately review something like that, because it's kind of mixed on it. You can blame The Walking Dead for that one. Anyways, thank you for watching. Well, we can go over games. I don't mind that. We can go over any games that you want. One of these days we got to go through Divinity, finish playing Divinity 2. We can go on a whole discussion on all the different games we played and the stupid crap we've done in them, and things to look forward to in games. I'd actually enjoy that stream. I don't know if anybody would watch, but I don't care. It'd be fun. You can go over me being an idiot and chainsawing the ticker in Gears of War. or the magical instant with the tank and Left 4 Dead, whatever I came running back in that room. Yep. Yeah, yeah, screw it. I do entertainment stuff. Well, at least I'm trying to do entertainment stuff. I'll do occasional entertainment news, but how about we figure out something to work out? Maybe we can do a stream talking about video games every once in a while. Maybe we'll get be able to get the rest of the rum dummies in, get Ed and Jay in occasionally, and see how that goes. But anyways, I really do think I should call it. My throat's kind of wore out, and I gotta get up in the morning. So I definitely appreciate you for staying this long, old man. And I will thank everybody else for watching. Pleasant evening there, wherever it is for you. Please consider liking and subscribing. We most appreciate it. And I will talk to you on the next stream or video, whichever one I do first.